Hey friend, so I just finished your readings. I liked all three groups. I thought it was nice. And the cool thing is it was at least 20 to 22 minutes per group because I'm a yapper, you should already know. But anyways, if you're one of those individuals that don't know which reading is the right one for you, you can do what I do. Close your eyes and say the following, my darling. God, source, universe, my spirit guides, my higher self, the truth. Which reading is the right one for me? You open your eyes and your eyes will direct you to whichever group that is resonating. Now, if your eyes are going, oh my God, I don't know, I keep going back and forth. You may have dual messages, but thank you so much for listening to this part, and I shall see you at your reading. Hey friend, this is Auntie Boo, and nice to meet you. So I just want to give you a nice disclaimer. This is a general reading, not a personal one. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, everything is in the description for your review. Also, sometimes my guides want me to share a personal story about myself. This is by no means trying to hijack your reading. It just serves as an important piece of information that you may resonate. But thank you so much for choosing me to be your reader, and we will continue on with the reading. What it do, group number one? I hope you are doing fantastic. So we're about to get into it right now. And so the card you selected is Penguin Authentic. Reach out to your tribe in times of need. Family gives you strength when you face the storm. Love your uniqueness. You are full of surprises. Break free from others' expectations. Just be yourself. So what do people secretly think of you? Is that they think that you have a lot of supporters. They believe that you say who the freak you say you are, period. Okay, like you're not out here performing. Maybe at one point in your life you were performing, because everybody else have told you to. But this is giving me where you have found some form of support, whether it's people you know personally. Maybe you found support from your job or any community. And if all of that is zilch, then you have a lot of support within yourself and the divine, right? Because you do have two divine cards. So I am going to get into that later. But yeah, you are comfortable being who you are, period. You broke free from a lot of expectations that people have. Maybe, you felt like you had to subscribe to a certain dynamic. And what does that mean? Well, use me for example. So I grew up thinking that I was supposed to care way too much about what other people or other races of people think of me. So whenever there happens to be a black person who committed a crime, you would get, we're already black. They're going to think of something else. So I felt like I needed to hide my blackness. Because, oh no, I already had what they call a ghetto name. You see the quotes, right? A ghetto name. And it's like, well, listen, my mother gave me that name. Why should I hide my uniqueness? People already see black first, then woman. It doesn't matter if, I enunciate my words or if I use like certain big words and things like that. I cannot control how other people view me because of my blackness. So I was like, freak it. You don't have to like me. And I don't have to give a frick. I'm trying not to cuss. I don't have to give a frick, okay? I am who I am, period. You don't have to like it, but I'm always going to love it. And so you're definitely giving me someone that you had to learn. You had to really learn how to love yourself. And people secretly think that about you. It's like, damn. Group one had went through some stuff. And yeah, I will argue you have. Now, you are cutesy wootsy. I will say this. Because group number one, when I think of Penguin, I had told my cohorts who they're planning on getting married. Specifically, they are mutable signs. One is a Sag, one is a Pisces. So maybe you resonate with those zodiac signs. But I was like, you guys remind me of penguins. It's like, you're my pebble to my pebble. And you probably say little cute stuff like that. And there's like a fuzzy feeling when I say it. It's like, oh, and others would be like, oh my God, that is so corny. And probably it is. Probably it is. But even then, when you say cute stuff like you're my pebble to my pebble, people know you. Like folks who know you for real, they know you mean it. Oh, okay. So what do people secretly think of you? Group number one, we have the bully archetype. We have light attributes, highlights your tendency to intimidate others, helps you confront the inner fears that bully you. Shadow attribute, conceals deep fears behind verbal or physical abuse. You are not one to fuck with. I said I wasn't gonna cuss, but I had to get that out. Group number one. Okay, listen. Maybe back in the day, this could be like someone from your past, and of course, it's not going to pertain to everyone. But I'm not here to give everyone fluff. You know, I don't like the word keep it real, but you know, I got to keep it a buck. That's it. I have to keep it a buck. So maybe other people from your past, they're like, group number one, bully, insecure, bitch. Okay. But you could be someone who may have transmuted that and said, you know what, why should I turn into the people who bullied me? And so you stood in your power. And I feel like this definitely is associated with authentic, where it's like, I am who I am. I'm going to stand firm. You're not going to sit here and say I wasn't scared or confronting. You give me somebody who's quite transparent. You have all this blue here, and this is giving me throat chakra energy. So you've learned to vocalize how you feel. You can say I was scared, but I wasn't about to run. I'm about to face everything and rise. I'm about to rise. Like at the end of the day, group number one, you're probably one of those individuals that's like, most people are afraid of each other. And so, you know, you stand firm. You probably have a mean, mean gaze. Like, you're giving me someone that if you have to confront people, you will stare at them. It's giving me like, what's good? So Nicki Minaj totally ruined her reputation and her career. But when she was like, Miley, what's good? That's giving me that energy. You may not even need to say that. Like your whole demeanor, your whole energy permeates that kind of energy, like what's good, right? So people know when to tread lightly. You're not really, at least here for some of you, you're not really someone that I pick up. You often get into a lot of fights, but you do have people who would try you. So let's say that you do post on social media and you have somebody who's so confident behind a device, right? They think they can clap back. You clap back hard and they know when to be quiet. Because it's like, you're not about to get the last word, period. And I'm going to make sure to shut it down real quick because I didn't came too far to get this far. And I'm not about to meet you at your level. You want to talk to me, then you need to meet me at my level. You're totally giving me someone who did a lot of healing, like a whole lot of healing. And it's like, dang. Okay, group one, I see you, boo. I see you. Yeah. So next card. We have Seek Solitude number 33. You could be Life Path 3, could be born in March, could be born on the 3rd month, could be 33 years old. But what people secretly think of you, group number one, is that you need a long time. And you probably tell people, I need a long time. Blessed, I do too. So you may have this, I heard the word boisterous. So you could be quite boisterous. You know, like, I don't want to say that you're loud. You can be. You probably have like a big laugh. But when I say boisterous, it's like you have like a really nice high energetic personality. I don't know why my brain. Anyways, you kind of give up that you're an extrovert. So yeah, it's like you have a nice big personality, but you need solitude. You need to, like take a couple of days away from individuals. Was trying to say that. So here, like I see there is a cord unplugged. You will put your phone on do not disturb. If you share calendars with any individual, you will put on your calendar like, leave me alone. It won't be as blunt with like, group number 1 needs alone time, and you will mark it in red, and people know when to respect your boundaries. And I'm picking up that you are someone who had to learn how to, learn how to stand in your boundaries, because you may have found your values, right? Just looking at this picture here, you're giving me someone that when you're alone, you probably dance. And this is going, la, 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 I frolic through flowers, la, la, la. And, there's nothing wrong with that. It's fine. It's silly. And there's nothing wrong with silly, right? But it's like you're fun. You know when your battery is low, like your social battery. You know that nature would help. And if you're not someone who often seeks nature to meditate, to feel recharged, spirit might say, hey, group number 1, you need to just go to the park and find like a nice hidey hole that you feel safe in, and unplug the phone. Yes. So what do people secretly think of you, group number 1? We have divine timing. And it says the divine brings things in the timing that we need. Nothing comes before we're prepared, nor leaves too early. May I always trust your perfect and holy timing, dear Lord. So people know, like they secretly know that you are so in tune with spirit. I mean, you're watching a tarot card reading, right? But yeah, what people secretly think of you is that you trust God, source, universe, whatever you want to call, this force, right? Like for me personally, group number 1, one of my lessons I've learned within the past 9 years is what is meant for me will never be missed. So you probably have that kind of mantra that you follow, because maybe you were someone who was overly impulsive. You weren't patient at all, and things had to go now. And you learned how to be in control by not being in control. Like whatever is meant for you will never be missed. So, let's say that you watched a pick a card video and they tell you when the things were happening. You probably avoid that, because it's like, look, man, I'm not about to put like a widget countdown on my phone and be like, oh my God, please give me this and that. No, it's like, look, if it's meant to happen, it'll happen. So it's just giving me high key trust and source that that things will be for you, period. So what do people secretly think of you? We have divine love. And it says when you offer everything to the divine with detachment, you begin a love affair with spirit. Okay, bless. Yes. So this is you in surrendering mode. You're like, you know what? I trust you because I've learned to trust myself. And I am just going to allow things be. You're kind of giving me someone too, group number 1, where you're not really afraid of the inevitable and things like that. You just have so much gratitude that you wake up and say, oh my God, I'm alive. Like I get to live another day. Oh, I have gray hairs. Oh my God. Like I get to grow old. It's just giving me where you're like, God, source, universe, yes, blessed. Thank you so much for allowing me to have this space, allowing me to have discernment, allowing me to have a level of detachment. You're giving me someone who is so balanced. Yes. So we're going to get into the tarot. So what do people secretly think of you, group number one? We have the Six of Cups. You're giving. This is giving me like Six of Pentacles vibe, but you see how, however you want to look at it. I would say that this male presenting person is giving the hot cocoa to this female presenting person, right? Someone like got real mad. I don't know why I felt that energy. Someone got mad, like, dude, why don't you just say man and woman? Look, man, this is my channel. But anyways, that's just like that one energy. But anyways, group number one, you're a giving person. You're also giving me where people feel you're nostalgic. I don't know what your fashion sense look like, but it's something about your energy where it's nostalgic. It's kind of homey. And I don't know why this kind of reminds me of Home Alone. So that might be like a favorite movie growing up, or maybe you do watch that movie whenever it's like Christmas season or something like that. But you're warm. Like, I keep looking at this hot cocoa with marshmallows. So it's like you feel good, you know, just warm, comfortable. You have this nice, quiet, nurturing aspect about you that people do like. But I'm also hearing you have a level of boundaries where it's like, I'm not going to overgive. If I want to give you something, or if I want to do something, it's because I want to. There is no hidden motive behind giving you something. You're not one of those people that's like, oh, well, I gave you something, so you have to give me something. Because maybe you grew up, or you've been in relationships or connections where love was quite transactional. You're not about that life. It's like, look, I do things because I want to, period. I like that. So here, what do people secretly think of you? We have the Seven of Cups. They secretly feel that you have plenty of options. You can do whatever the fuck you want. And that could be true. You're not going to allow people to stop you. You're not going to sit here and settle. I don't know why I thought of, I think it's Glorilla. And excuse me, I don't know where these little black flies come from. I hate these things. They're like all over my windowsill, and I spray them. But because this light is here, they're like, hey, I want to be part of the reading. So if you see a little piece of shit, you know why. But anyways, pardon my French, because I was already cussing. Glorilla said, I ain't got no nigga, and no nigga ain't got me. Okay? Like, listen. I love that vibe, right? You are giving me someone that you are ungovernable. You probably do not have any children. And if you do have kids, it could be fur babies. Pet them for me. Or any pet. It could be where if you do have children, you know when to put yourself first. You give me someone, like, if you are a parent, you give me someone where it's like, it's not always about my significant other or my children. Like, once in a while, ask about me, period. And then you have the option to not share anything if people don't extend, you know, their curiosity towards you, group number one. So you're totally giving me that, especially with this moon card. Like, here, when I see this moon, it just gave me like high priestess energy, where it's like, okay, I know when to shut up, I know when to fold, I know when to walk away. If people don't ask me how I'm doing, I'm not going to volunteer it. You know, I'm just going to keep it to myself and act accordingly. But yeah, at one point, and this is an additional message, you could have been Delulu. And, you know, I like the current slangs because it's kind of funny, you know. So they say like the Delulu is the Salulu, right? You're like, look, man, I'm not going to be delusional. I'm going to have like a little bit of balance. So it might be at one point where you felt like you were in a delusional bubble, but you've had like this nice balance. So that's something I picked up here with the Seven of Cups. I hope that made sense. And so what do people secretly think of you? We got the Page of Cups. So I call this my bubbles from the Powerpuff Girls card, because bubbles kind of give me like Page of Cup energy. So group number one, people feel that you're very loving. You're very loving, and you're someone who may have given your love away with a double coupon. And I'm not saying that to be an asshole, but that was something I picked up. So it's like you gave up your love freely to a lot of people who didn't deserve it. You're giving me someone that's like, I don't offer my cup of love to many individuals. So if I trust you, you get to come over my home. We get to hang out, and go to other places and things of that nature. This is also like my accountability card, where it's like, if you know you do something wrong, or you hold yourself. Let me say that again, because my body decide, hey, you might want to belch. Hold on. Is it a hiccup or a belch? Get it together. Okay. Back to the channel. You do hold yourself accountable is what I was trying to say. So you will apologize when necessary. You could have been someone who overly apologized, but you stand firm in your decisions and things of that nature. You're not one of those people that says, I'm sorry if. You actually call out what you are apologizing for. Hey, I'm sorry that I forgot to text you. That was high-key inconsiderate. Leave it at that. You don't come up with, oh my God, I was so ditzy and whoopsie poopsie. You don't have time for that shit. So even though this is the page, it's giving me where you're in your sovereign energy on your king and queen shit is what I was trying to say. Totally picked that up from this card. Considering I see a lot of colors, you could dress well. So that's an additional message. You're secretly known for dressing really colorful. And if you don't, I used to say this whenever I see either the Five of Cups or the Hermit, depending on the card deck. You probably dress in black, but you speak in colors. And it's just so inviting. Yum. I heard rings, considering that there's like a star and a heart ring. So you probably wear some nice funky jewelry, and people compliment that. If they don't say it to your face, they be like, oh, group one, they know how to dress. Bless. So what do people secretly think of you? Group number one, we have the Ace of Wands. You're passionate. Oh, okay. Giggity moment. Okay, Quagmire is in the house. Someone said you got some of that nice yum yum. They secretly think like, I wonder if I had some of group one, what would it be like? I think her puss or that peen is like, whoo, fire. Okay, so you that's awesome. All right, listen. You're giving me where you may appear kind of innocent. You know who you are. You're in your sovereign energy, but behind closed door, you a monster. And people secretly think that. So I don't know if you are in a relationship, group one, or this could be like a couple of exes. It's like that box, the chef. Like solid 9. And you like 9, bitch, I'm a 10, like it's all good, but yeah, you got that yum yum. Okay, the yum yum sauce is delish. Okay, haven't had that in a minute. Going to a hibachi, but yeah, it's like you are yum yum sauce for sure, but minus the kinky read that came out. Group number one, people secretly think that you have like this great big fire of energy. It's coming through with the big energy or the big personality I talked about with the bully card. And so it's like when you're driven, you are driven. It's not exhausting at all. If anything, your light, it lifts people up. You're probably someone who you may not consider yourself funny, but other people consider you funny. Where it's like, I was having a bad day, and then there go goofy ass group number one. And it's just like, I feel so much better. It's like, oh, thank you, group number one. That was like really nice. Thank you for being yourself with your goofy self. Okay. And the last card, what people secretly think about you is that you got the Ace of Pentacles. Lord, somebody got the hotsy totsy, because why did I think of a butt? I gotta keep it a buck, okay? I thought of someone's B-U-T-T, okay? So someone might think you have a nice butt, but let's talk about Ace of Pentacles. People think that you got some money. It's like, even you may not call yourself broke, and I highly recommend you not saying I am B-R-O-K-E, okay? But you're not rich either. It's giving me where you know that you're wealthy, and you know how to spend your money, and you know how to earn money legally, okay? Money just comes to you. You have opportunities that just comes to you, and you just walk in faith. People just, they're like, well, how the hell does group number one, like, they're able to get that bag, they're able to get that car, they're able to just buy new glasses all the time? Me personally, I have an issue with that. I swear. It's like, Z-Lul, come on, dude. But anyways, it's like, how are you able to get that? Well, it could be where you know how to budget, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. You probably have like a Chrome extension, Rakuten or whatever, and you know, you can get like 5% off of Shein orders, Z-Lul, Etsy, whatever the case it may be. You find ways to make it work without you complaining, and you probably look like money. So let's talk about jewelry, for example, that I mentioned here with the Page of Cups. You know, you might wear costume jewelry, you might wear fake gold, fake silver, but you know how to make it look good. It's like, ain't nobody see you looking ugly unless you at home, and even then you still look presentable. It's just, you're giving me someone who cares about themselves, and I love that. But group number one, that was your reading. I hope you liked it. If you did, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I shall see you in another pick a card video. Best wishes, my darling. Talk to you later. Peace. Hey friend, this is Auntie Boo, and nice to meet you. So I just want to give you a nice disclaimer. This is a general reading, not a personal one. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, everything is in the description for your review. Also, sometimes my guides want me to share a personal story about myself. This is by no means trying to hijack your reading. It just serves as an important piece of information that you may resonate. But thank you so much for choosing me to be your reader, and we will continue on with the reading. Ahoy me noy, group number one, let's go. So what do people think of you? You chosen the links, okay? Keeper of secrets. It says take time out from the world and be the observer. Nothing can deceive you when you trust your knowing. You see others' secret and keep them sacred. In silence and solitude, you will find your strength. I don't know if someone, let's see. What was I going to say? What was I going to say? Part of me wanted to start naming occupations, but I'm not even going to do that. So what people secretly think of you is that you don't share a lot. You're more of the observer. You're like, you know what? I'm going to be one of those people that's going to stand in a corner by the wall. You could be a lot more nonchalant than that, like more relaxed, where you don't look like Captain Creeper or nothing like that. You know, like freaking Joe Goldberg from You. But you observe, and when you observe, you act accordingly. So People secretly think you know how to read the room. Okay, you know how to read it. Okay, you know how to do that. People feel like, I ain't gonna lie, you got the 7 of Swords and this one wants to talk real quick, and it's like, shut your mouth, but I feel like I have to say something. It's like you give out sneaky vibes. So people like, group number 2, what you up to? What you hiding? You hiding the real self. So yeah, I got to keep it a buck, all right? I'm just picking up energy, vibe, however one wants to call it, but yeah, that's something that people secretly think of you. And if I were to pick like an occupation, it would be where it's an occupation that is HIPAA compliant. So it could be where you might work in hospitals, a clinic, you might be a therapist, a doctor, a nurse, whatever the case it may be, but that's for whoever's watching this. But they are required to keep a secret unless they have to report. So I just want to put that out there. So what do people secretly think of you? We have the companion, and it says light attributes: loyalty, tenacity, and unselfishness. Shadow attributes: betrayal by misusing confidences, loss of personal identity. And so what people secretly think of you, group number 2, is that they, even though they didn't really talk about being in a relationship, but I want to say for some of you, if you are a relationship, you are known to be in a relationship. And so they, I heard live vicariously, so I'm going to say that. Some may live vicariously through you, where people like, oh my God, group number 2 and their partner, they're like good couple. Oh my God, right? Oh my God. And so, yeah, that's something I picked up. But here, like, I want to read the attributes. So what people secretly think of you, that you're not a selfish person. People feel that you may have gone through a betrayal, and you know, I'm not here to provide fluff. Maybe for some of you, you may have cheated on your partner or anything like that. It doesn't have to be physical. It could be emotional cheating or whatever the case it may be. But overall, it's like you have learned from that mistake. You're only going to show loyalty if you can trust that the other individual can show it back to you. So it's giving me quid pro quo. I scratch your back, you scratch mine. It's not necessarily transactional that I'm picking up here, but it's just like you're not doing one-sided things anymore. I definitely picked that up from the companion card. Anything else? You're someone who likes flowers. Doesn't this kind of look like a bouquet of flowers, even though like this garment is kind of like the same as these flowers? That was something that I picked up. If you are someone who identifies as, you know, masculine presenting, it could be where you like to be chivalrous. So that's something that people secretly think of you. And these look like 2 feminine dynamic. I don't know if anyone is LGBT. If you're not LGBT, I gotta keep it a buck. People probably think that you might be LGBT. Now, someone would be like, well, what's wrong with that? I didn't say that. I didn't say anything wrong with that. I simply said that people may secretly think you are LGBT. I'm LGBT too, honey. Gender fluid. So considering I said that you may use we pronouns, you may use they, them, she, they, he, they, she. That is an additional message. Okay. So what do people secretly think of you? We got meditate, number 22. You could be born in February, birthday 2, life path 2, could be 22 years old, something around that age may have happened. Yes. So, they think that you spend a lot of time meditating to get to your center or to help reorient back to yourself. So anytime that you feel, I don't know why I wanted to say discombobulated, but that's not what I wanted to say. Anytime that you feel not disheveled, it's another D word. Disorganized. Thank you. Anytime that you feel disorganized in thoughts, you notice probably an activation within your body. You will take time to meditate. You may not do crisscross applesauce or the lotus pose. You may just sit down, be in silence, probably listen to, maybe I call it fun music, nature's music. And then you scan your body and see where is the activated part within you and figure out what is the cause of said activation. And you don't waste time doing it. Like, you make time with this hourglass to meditate. That's probably a way for you to ground yourself, a way to self-care. You could be someone who heavily talks about it. If you do have like some form of profession where, you might be a yoga teacher or something, you are, implementing your values or the benefits of meditating. Now, for someone who is neurospicy, ADHD, I freaking hate meditation. I can't stand it. So when people say, close your eyes and think of the color like a red apple, that apple is green or gold. I'm not thinking about shit. My brain is like, no, we're going to do this. All right. So if you're somebody that's like, I don't know who you talking to, group number 2, but I don't meditate. Me either. So, it's for somebody. It's all good. So group number 2, what do people secretly think of you but won't say? We have spaciousness. And it says, what do I no longer need? Help me, God, to release whatever people, places, or things that drain my vital essence. Show me what will fill with me with enthusiasm and joy. You could be someone that talk about joy a lot. You probably don't want anyone to kill your joy. So people secretly think that you will cut people, situations, and things out of your life. It's like, if it ain't working for me, it's done. Like, you've already served a purpose. Like, what did Martin say? Poof, pow, be gone. So it's like, poof, pow, be gone. Like, you needs to go. I don't want to deal with you. You need to figure out your own life. I'm not here to take care of you. Unless you paying me, then that's a different story. I'm not getting paid by this. Like, I've taken the time to know what peace look like. You right now, you're too expensive. So, and you probably would tell them. So you have some blue here. And what I'm picking up, and this kind of look like blue, but it's like charcoal. I don't know. It's a pretty color. But anyways, you have blue here. So I feel like you are vocal. You will say what you mean and mean what you say. Probably blunt about it. Speaking of that additional message, what people secretly feel about you is that, ooh, you can cut with your words, babe. You really can. So it's like, say it, don't spray it. They're like, you didn't have to say it like that. And you could be someone who do process it like, maybe I shouldn't have said it like that, but it is what it is. You can't really go back unless you're willing to apologize, group number 2. But that was like an additional message here with the butterfly, because I wanted to look at it, but for whatever reason I didn't want to until now. You've gone through some transformations, and probably, I don't want to say dark night of the soul, but you know, everybody has gone through hard times. So I don't want to be one of those people that just want to be super broad when I'm reading or channeling these messages. But you've went through something where you knew you had to change so that you can feel more enthusiastic about life. And I say it was quite the journey. All right. So what do people secretly think of you? We have intuition. And it says each person's road to the inner Lord is extraordinary and personal. How liberating to listen inside and sense moment to moment what's needed. Yeah, like you definitely listen to your heart. Probably saying, hey, wait a minute, like such an art moment. I really like how these patterns look like. That's like really nice. I know you can't comment, but someone's into collage work or experimenting patterns. That's like an additional message. But yeah, you listen to your heart. Did someone like Arthur going up? Arthur, when I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day where you can learn to work and play and get along with each other. Yeah, it's like, it's a simple message and it comes from the heart, believing yourself. Yeah, you've learned to do that. Now, this is the card of intuition. So the fact that I talked about scanning to reorient back to self whenever things is activated. And then you also have the keeper of secrets. I think that you might recognize patterns with people, or you do call yourself intuitive, but you do listen inward. It's like group 1 and 2 is a little bit similar, but totally different. It's giving me where this is more, I heard Christ, so I'm going to say it. That's for somebody here where they might be a little more religious. They have no problem saying Lord or God. Meanwhile, like group number 1, they're more like, you know, source, energy, spirit, things in that nature. Anyways, that was like an additional message. But yes, you do listen to messages inward. You could be someone that pray to God. You might have, I don't know if you have like a specific jewelry. Like I'm picking up a cross. I'm picking up something with a necklace, maybe an earring, maybe bracelets. What other piece of jewelry? For a very small few, you would not have a problem if there was a t-shirt that says steps, blessed by the steps. Or mom wore a sweater today when I took her to her doctor's appointment, and on the back of her sweater it says Jesus has her back. And I was like, that's actually a really nice looking sweater. So would I wear it? No, but that's her style, and that could be your style. So we got the tarot, and as I said, we got the 7. No, that's not 7 of swords. I always get this confused with 7 of swords. This is 5, but it's given the same energy. So gotta keep it a buck. Like I said, group number 2, what people secretly think of you is that you will step on people to get what you want. They're saying that you might have a hidden motive or agenda. Some people might be afraid to tell you anything because you might take it to either use it against them, or you might take it like their idea and, you know, try to monetize it. But yes, I'm not here to just give you all positive energy. Like, find another reader for that one. Anyways, what do people secretly think of you? Group number 2 is that we have the Queen of Cups. You embody your feminine energy for show. Considering I see a kettle, you could be someone that's more of a tea person than a coffee person. I gots to have my mushroom coffee, so you know, you do you. Okay. But yeah, you're quite emotionally intelligent. You're quite sensitive. Sensitivity doesn't mean like, oh my God, you're like this big crybaby. Because they love telling Cancerians. I almost said us Cancerians. I don't know if anyone's a Cancer here. But they always call my zodiac sign crybabies. And it's like, we're not that much of a crybaby. We're way in tune with our emotions. And sometimes we do act on it when it comes out. We can't hide it, you know. But you're quite in tune with your feminine aspect of yourself. Doesn't matter if you're non-binary or you identify as male. We have both energies of feminine and masculine, but you definitely give like this self-soothing energy about you. Yes. So, what do people secretly think of you? We got the Two of Pentacles. You have so many freaking roles. It's like, damn, sit your ass down. Okay. All right. Yeah, sit your ass down. I'm going to say that, okay? They didn't have to say that. But that's what they say. That's what they secretly say. It's like group number 2. Damn, you always got to chase money. You always got to wear this hat. You know, how many jobs do you have? Like this person, he's wearing 3 hats. So it's like maybe you have 3 roles. So maybe you have your normal 9 to 5 and you may have like 2 side hustles or something like that. But you know how to juggle it, and that's probably another reason why you make the time to meditate. I'm not mad at it. And you know, we live in a chaotic environment. Anyways, we got the 8 of Cups in the house. So you're secretly, what people secretly think of you, secretly known for, is that you will walk away. You're like, you know what? Bye. You're like, I ain't got time. I ain't the 1 or the 2. You know when it's time to leave. I will leave all these cups behind, you know, F it. And, you know, people may say, group number 2, that you make it look so easy, but it probably wasn't as easy for you when you had to make that decision. Like, you could be someone who may have given people in situations the benefit of the doubt, but that's just you know, reorienting back to yourself by saying, I'm not accepting this, and that's why I am making excuses for people. So it's like, you know what? Gots to go. And I've noticed throughout the reading, and I think with group number 1, I said, what do people secretly think, or what are you known for? So I'm going to use them interchangeably. My bad, y'all. But we got the last tarot. So what do people secretly think of you? Group number 2 is that we have the 9 of Cups. You get what you want. You're not someone... I heard Brian Griffin from Family Guy when he wrote the book Wish It, Want It, Do It. You're not someone that's just going to wish for it. You're going to go after it and you're going to feel satisfied. And I feel that with this person here, they're like, yeah, these are my cups. These are the list of accomplishments that I've acquired. Oh, I have a bachelor's degree. I have a master's. I have my doctorates. I have my certification. I was able to get credentialed at this one. And then it's like, it's a whole slew of things that you bring to the table, that you offer, that you can offer, and that you have achieved. And so with this heart here, it's like, I love what I have accomplished. I'm grateful for these things and for this opportunity. Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah, that's about it. All right, group number 2, that concludes your reading. If this resonated, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I very much appreciate you. Until then, I shall see you in another pick a card video. Best wishes, my darling. Talk to you later. Peace. Hey friend, this is Auntie Boo, and nice to meet you. So I just want to give you a nice disclaimer This is a general reading, not a personal one. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, everything is in the description for your review. Also, sometimes my guides want me to share a personal story about myself. This is by no means trying to hijack your reading. It just serves as an important piece of information that you may resonate. But thank you so much for choosing me to be your reader, and we will continue on with the reading. Hey, group number 3. I hope you're doing okay. So, the card you picked is Cat. Yay, if you have a fur baby, pet them. Anyways, we have Independent. And it says, you are a natural healer. Your intuition is strong. You don't have to go with the crowd. Life supports you in every way. So what do people secretly think of you? Is that, yeah, you are independent as hell. Like, you would rather do it yourself than to rely on others. I am picking up that message. But if you're someone who don't subscribe to the intuitive part, you just pick up pattern recognition. It's kind of giving me the same, like a little bit of a vibe of group number 2 or something like that. But anyways, yeah, I'm looking at natural healer. You're giving me someone that possibly needs some alone time, because maybe you identify yourself as a grief keeper. That is also a book. It's an interesting book, interesting plot twist. But anyways, yeah, you might consider yourself as the grief keeper, where you absorb a lot of people's energy. You know, maybe folks just randomly talk to you, and I don't want to say trauma dump, but maybe they share or overshare certain things where you're like, dude, I just want to buy some damn onions. I wasn't called out to be your therapist. But you give them a little bit of grace. You know what to say at that moment so that people can feel seen and heard, and then you just go on about your business. This is definitely giving me mommy vibes. So I don't know if you are a parent, but you are someone that can protect people. You could be one of those individuals that may have been like a parentified child, like if you have any siblings, or maybe you had to take care of like your mom or your dad or something like that, or any guardian. So I'm definitely picking that up. Here we have different cats, like different breeds, right? Like if anything, I could say that this could be like a Maine Coon and, you know, domestic short hair Siamese, and I wouldn't know what this is. Maybe like another breed of Siamese, I don't know. But you have like your own tribe. You could be someone that cares about community. I'm definitely picking that up here. So let's continue. So what do people secretly think of you? We have teacher, light attribute. Ability to communicate knowledge, experience, skill, or wisdom. Shadow attribute, manipulating or abusing students. Teaching negative traits and destructive skills. Yeah, like you could legit be a teacher. But you're secretly known for, and people secretly feel that you would be an excellent teacher. You could possibly help others. You have a lot of things to share. So I don't know why I picture someone with wide eyes, where they're like, oh, I can share you something. Look at this skill. This is what I've learned. And it's like, oh, well, that was really kind of you, you know? And so it's giving that. Anything else? I wanted to talk about her outfit. You might wear outfits like this, but you know how to make it in your style so that you won't look like, I heard the word fuddy-duddy, so I'm just going to say that. But yeah, I feel that people think that if they were to seek your guidance, you will really sit with them when, you know, you're training someone, or considering they kept looking at math equations. I don't know if you are someone that deals with numbers here, but you will thoroughly go through whatever the material, and you will help. You have like this helping energy that folks really like. Hold on, I see a little buzzard. Son of a bitch. I don't know why I keep getting these gnats, where they're coming from. They're not fruit flies. I saw them migrating at my window, so I used the bug spray and destroyed most of them. So I don't know where the source is from. And it's like, what is it coming from? It's literally January 19th, 2026. Like, come on. Anyways, random, but yeah, I saw a little buzzer over here, so I had to slap it. Anyways, what do people secretly think of you, group number 3? We have number 49 with share a breath. You could be 49 years old. You could be life path 9, life path 4, birthday 4, birthday 9. Could be born in April, could be born in September somewhere. And yeah. Share a breath. Share. All right, I don't. Okay, random. It's a Instagrammer. She was like, share, and I like it. It's random content. So maybe sometimes you say that. I don't know. This is a general reading. But share a breath. What I'm picking up intuitively, I heard vacation. And of course, nature, because this individual is outside. People secretly think that you are giving with share a breath. Again, I talked about community, so that might be your style, and I say style wrong on purpose, style. But yes, that might be your thing, where you don't mind giving. But this, to me, it's not so what people think. I think spirit is coming through here in this reading saying, child, you need to go outside, share a breath with us. We have, water, we have land. You might have a beautiful garden in your backyard if you have a house or something like that. It's like, go outside. Go outside in nature. Get some of that prana. I don't know if anyone resonate with infinite waters, but yeah. I'm seeing these symbolisms, but I'm not going to front here, group number 3. I'm not really picking anything up with these symbols, so I'm not going to force it. I did stare at the eye a few times, but nothing came out. So again, I'm not going to force it. But let's continue. So what do people secretly think of you, group number 3? We have impatience. It says, my life is unfolding in divine timing. All delays are beneficial. I'm always at the right place at the right time. So you could be someone that's a tad bit impulsive. This is giving me where you've learned to be in your grown mama, grown daddy energy, where it's like, all right, why do I feel impatient all the time? Why do I feel like I need to be over controlling? And so this is given where it took a minute for you to get to a point where you can trust in timing, but I feel like you still have a certain deadline where it's like, all right, communication is a little off. I may have to step in. I may have to do certain things. So it's not like you're going to be reactive. I think you've learned how to be more responsive. And that's what people think of you, group number 3. So here we have divine flow, and it says eventually one sublime desire takes precedence over all things. to follow the Tao, the divine flow at all costs. Okay. So I think this goes well with the impatience card. What people secretly think of you, darling, is that you've learned how to go with the flow. It's just giving me where you could be an individual where I heard hothead. So I don't know if you're like a fire sign or you have fire placements, but here I'm picking up a lot of earth. So I don't know if you are Taurus, Cancer, no, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Where did Cancer come from? Let me channel that real quick. All right, so I don't want to scare anyone. I don't know if someone is in remission. There's a reason why I said Cancer. If someone ever thought, hear me out, take the message, don't let it take you, right? If you felt called to get something checked out, do it. There is a reason why I said Cancer. But I wanted to talk about earth placements. And I was also trying to say that you might be on the cusp. So it could be where Aries, Taurus, Leo, Virgo, or Sag, Cappy. But anyway, it's something where it took you to go from a wildfire. That's something that Spirit wanted me to channel, so I'm just going to roll with it, to being quite grounded is something that I'm picking up. So you're rolling with the homies, and it's giving me that scene from Clueless. It's like rolling with the homies, right? So if you've learned, again, to just go with the flow, you've learned to be more responsive instead of reactive. Interesting. All right. So group number 2 had the 5 of Swords, but in hell, same placement. But yeah, so what do people secretly think of you? Group number 3 is that you will step on people for sure. You will step on them if you have to. People think that, I told group number 2 that they're one of those people where the folks think that group number 2 take things and use it against folks. I don't think you will do that unless you have to. That's what people think. It's just giving me where you might be in serene, grounded, but there's still an element of fire within you, even though this is a Swords card. But it's something where it's like, what you hiding? Okay. Leo energy in the house. So we have strength. What do people think of you? Secretly think of you, but won't shine. I don't know if somebody really likes cats. Again, if you have a fur baby, pet them. You have a lot of courage, and let's say that you had to climb to get where you at, not necessarily have to step on others. Maybe you had to play, I heard Steve Harvey's Think Like a Man, so maybe you had to think like a man, so to speak, to be taken more seriously. It took a lot of courage for you to do so. It's something where it's like, you might be this cute little cat, but motherfucking could bite like a goddamn lion. Like, that's what I'm totally picking up. You knew how to face your fears, and you knew how to stand strong about yours. Okay. I hope that made sense. Group number 3, what people secretly think of you but won't say. We have the 10 of swords. Ooh, they said, God damn. Group number 3, you done been through some shite. You done been through some betrayal. It's in your eyes. So I'm hearing Snow Allegra. I think it's called Love in Disguise. And I'm eyeball. That's funny. It's in your eyes that there's hurt, but you don't really talk about it, but people can see it. So if you're one of those folks that think you can mask it, sit down. Like, it's there, it's permeating. You've gone through a lot of betrayals, but you knew how to get up. I'm hearing Jill Scott's song, Gotta Get Up. I gotta get up. I don't know if you're into jazz, but this is a really nice song. I really like that song. But yeah, got to get up. Sorry, my singing sucks. But it's like, you will sit with it, but you will kind of transmute it. I will say, it's kind of calling you out, group number 3. You know, you're one of those people that you don't want to sit in that pain. So you would rather work. You would rather do anything, but it's kind of giving me avoidant energy, not gonna cap. But yeah, that's what people secretly think. And if you are a subscriber to my channel, I gotta do this whenever the 6 of Wands come through. Blessed. So let me do it. Let me do it. Da, 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 da. Yes, fanfare. What people secretly think of you is that, I heard triumph over evil, so I'm going to say that. But you are recognized. You are victorious. You know how to win. You might deal with a lot of backstabbers, but you know how to win, and folks recognize your achievement. But you're giving me someone that's so humbled about it. You don't really brag about it. You will talk about it when it's necessary, but you don't really make it much of a big deal. It's like, I gotta do it. Period. I have to do it. I must do it. And so people are like, yeah, you strong. But it's like, do you really want to be considered the strong one? Especially if you're a black woman. We have that terrible trope. You strong. And it's like, well, shit, bitch, ask me how the fuck I'm doing. You know, like, hello. I have to be strong. I have no choice. You know, if I want to be in my feminine essence, I can't do it because people look at femininity like it's weak when it's not weak. Masculine and femininity must coexist. But yeah, like, you're victorious. It's a song from Lupe Fiasco. I really love this song. Blur My Hands. Yes, it's from, I forgot the name of the album, but yeah, it's like you, I think you're number 1, 2. Yes, number 1. You're number 1. You're number 1. You're number 1. You're number 1. And it took a long time to get there. You know, you may have been like in 4th place. You may have been in last place. But you're number 1, and you don't mind teaching people how to be number 1. And it's not, you know, playing, you know, I heard the word duplicitous. It's not like you're being duplicitous about it or mischievous. You found shortcuts that you wish you've known. But the teacher card is coming back, and it's saying that if you were to mentor people, you will show them the long way and the easy way. And then you would encourage your student or your pupil to find a way that works for them. This was a path that you had to get where you're at now. Wow. That's deep. So the last tarot, we have Neptune Pisces energy with the Hanged Man. So what people secretly think of you is that I'm not necessarily picking up punishment, though this can be indicative with the Ten of Swords. But you're giving me someone that what did the God, what did Pennywise say? We all float down here. I just kept picking up floaty vibes. So let's talk about the legit meaning. How about that? People think that you do look at things from different perspectives and you know when to release. So when you think of balloon, you know, what are things that pops up when it comes to balloon? Pop. I said the word pop, so it can, right? You inflate the balloon. People release the balloon when it comes to like ceremonial things, right? It floats, right? If you put helium, it comes in all colors. And so that's probably how your mind works, group number 3. That's something that I'm pick up, where it's like you're floaty. But this is Neptune energy, and Neptune can talk about illusions, you know, dreams and mysticism. You're watching a reading, but I don't really think that you practice any form of mysticism at all. If so, then you might be like a small few. But here you follow your dreams and you will look at every angle to achieve this number 1 stat that you're so humbled about, group number 3, because I'm definitely picking up humble vibes. But overall energy, I just pick up someone that's bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Like you have these big-ass puppy dog eyes. That's from someone here. It's like really big. It's like you got them big-ass SpongeBob eyes. But that's like your inner child coming out from time to time. When something makes you happy, like when you have moments of happiness, you can sit with it. And maybe you do pull a me, where I sometimes have like a little baby voice. And my therapist called me out on that, honey. And they be like, oh, I noticed that your voice changed. I'm like, that's just my inner child coming out, you know, because I'm expressive. So, you know, you might resonate with that, group number 3. But that's all I have. If this resonated, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I very much appreciate you. Until then, I shall see you in another pick a card video. Best wishes, my darling. Talk to you later. Peace.